Hey, Jack.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
You got your man there with you too?
Yeah,
I'm right here. You're good. He's the more important character in the
Well,
scene.
throw yourself in there, is because I want to. I'm recording this.
Oh, okay.
You know, you got to look pretty for the camera.
Just got a haircut just for this.
Perfect, perfect. I won't keep you too long. Graduation today, is that the deal? Or
I
soon?
graduated last week.
Well, you did.
My
Good for you.
graduation party's tomorrow, so we're getting
Gotcha.
ready.
Okay, on
Yeah.
Saturday. All right, perfect. Um, well, let me first ask you. So you're off to lacrosse? Is that's the plan?
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you choose lacrosse?
It was just, I mean, I wanted to go to Madison, and it was just kind of my second option.
Okay.
I just ended up
What
there.
what are you gonna what do you think you're gonna study?
I'm not sure exactly yet.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do like the basics and then
Okay.
figure it out.
Fair enough. Are you a decent student?
Yeah.
Dad, is he a decent student?
Yeah, I mean, he actually I'm a stepdad, but they're all pretty solid students in the house. So
Perfect. Perfect.
very,
Well,
it's a competitive school, and like he said, this a lot of kids got deferred and even into Madison. So I think it's a good fit for them.
good. Good. Well, I'm a big believer in the WEAC school, so River
Sure.
Falls. We hated lacrosse, but you do well there, hopefully. Um, and so this year at Neenah, you were playing football and lacrosse. Is that right?
Yeah.
Are you still, is the lacrosse season over? You still got more to go?
We're still playing.
So you got
Playoffs just started.
playoffs coming up.
Yeah.
Are you guys good?
We're the 5 seed, so we're like
Excellent.
solid, but
Who's the big team in the state this year? I had two sons who played back when Wisconsin was sort of first getting into it, but Marquette and Middleton were the kind of the big dogs, and Arrowhead as well. How about you?
Middleton still pretty good.
Yep.
Uh, they're up there. Wanakee is a school
Yeah.
that's pretty good, and then like Kettle Moraine.
Okay. Good. Good. Are
Middleton beat him by like what was it? And the
Eight
last
to
year was the first year WIA sanctioned it, so them and Neenah played in the championship game last year.
Oh, fantastic.
It was tied with like what, a minute left or something.
Yeah.
But
Are
then
you
Middleton scored.
have you got a long pole? Are you a defenseman, or are you out there stretch?
Uh, I'm an attackman, so I'm
All
out there.
right. You got a
Yeah.
few goals, do you?
Yeah.
Neat,
Think-
neat. My youngest son played X. I came to love that position because it's like you get to be Gretzky, but with a lot more room behind the net. Can
Yeah. A lot
drive
of.
them nuts. Well,
Well,
tell me a little bit about the football season. Um, hey, I've got to share my screen. Um, let's see if I can do that. You see this? Remember
yeah.
this? Let's take
Yeah.
a look at that. Let's just a little go back in history.
They go for the field goal. They are. Ball is on the 18-yard line. It'll be a 28-yard field goal.
Got any butterflies?
That clock continues to
Um.
run. This is it. This is the
Okay.
moment for the lead. It is up.
That's a good
And
move.
it is good. Neenah has the lead.
10 seconds to go or something.
Yeah. 10 seconds left.
Yeah. Pressure. Not many guys get that kick, especially against Kimberly.
Yeah.
Um, that had to be just huge.
Yeah. It was. I was kind of just shocked. I was like just so shocked, I guess, about it that I didn't really feel much like kicking it. I just kind of just knew I
Right.
had to kick it.
Now you're playing other positions, is that right?
No, I just kicked.
You just kicked. Okay.
Yeah.
So you had to come off the sidelines. And prior to that, what was the final on that game? What was the score?
29-28.
29-28. So you
Yeah.
had been in
So
there
yeah, they
a few
blocked one of them.
PATs. Okay.
Yeah, they blocked one of them. I think they blocked two of them,
Okay.
I
On
believe.
you or I mean, not that any kicker should ever blame anybody else, but they come and block through the middle, or did you yank one?
Well, the first one it fell off the side of the tee while I was
Okay.
kicking it, and kind of got like spun like it was still going up, but it was just such a low kick that
Off.
it got
Yep.
blocked.
Yep.
And then the other one, I think I just took too much time, and then
Yeah.
it just
Felt like it was, yeah.
Maybe.
Got in quickly.
Didn't look like on the game winner there. I mean, and to me, what's neat about that is, okay, you didn't have the perfect game, but I presume after the game, those misses, you didn't even think about them.
no, yeah, I
No.
didn't.
Did you get kind of a hero's applause at school?
Oh yeah,
A little bit?
definitely was talked about for a while.
Oh, tell me this. What were you thinking about? One, I presume, so here's biggest rivalry you got. Here's the biggest chance you got of beating a team that has predominantly been the number one team in the state forever, but a conference foe. And now you got the chance for the win. When your team started driving down the field, did you get the ball? Did you guys like get an interception, or did you drive down the field for the winner? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, I think we got the ball with like 4 minutes left.
Okay, so you made a whole drive down there, stalls out, and now
Yeah.
you got fourth down. And I mean, do you recall the situation?
Yeah, so one of our guys, like, I think broke through with like a minute left
Mhm.
and got chased down to like probably like the 5 yard
Yeah, they
line.
actually went backwards for a couple plays.
And
Okay.
then we couldn't score a touchdown. And then I kind of had a feeling that like I was gonna have to go out there and kick it anyway. So
Tell me what you were thinking as the team is marching down there. You know that, we're in all honesty, and I really want the honesty because I just think it's telling. Were you hoping for the chance? Were you actually hoping for the TD? Where was your head, do you think, at the time?
um
You had to know that you were potentially going to get in here.
yeah, the TD obviously would have been nice. We would have really sealed the game for us. But I guess I was ready to go on the sidelines like as soon as the drive kicked off. Like I was like mentally
What
ready
did
to
you
go kick
What
the
did you
ball.
do? Did you have a net on the side? Did you warm up? What did you do?
Yeah, I warmed up like after they punted it, I warmed up a few and then I was just ready to go on the
Okay.
sideline. I was right next to the coach, just ready to go.
Do you normally occupy a spot next to the coach, or in this case, you said, "I better
Yeah.
stand right here"?
In this case, I said I better go right there.
Okay. So he knew that you were right there, and so now it's fourth down and whatever it was, and he says, "Clint, get in there." What does he say? Actually, do you recall? Or just kick it?
He just said, just go and kick it. And
Okay.
I
So-
didn't.
Did he say anything on third down? To get ready?
I think a few of the other coaches came up to me like before and said like, asked me if I'm ready, and I told them, yeah, I'm ready.
Did you believe it? Did you
Yeah.
believe that you were ready to make this kick?
Yeah, I believed I was ready.
It was certainly within your range, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be a distance thing, just need to be an accuracy thing. But having two misses prior, did you do anything to kind of get that out of your head, or did you just focus on the tee, or how do you recall kind of what mental state you got into to make this kick?
I was just hoping that the snap was going to get there, it was going to get down, and
Okay.
if it's all done, I just believe that I was going to get it in as long as those steps are done.
Give me a ball to kick, and I think it'll take care of itself.
Yeah.
Great. That's exciting. Not many kickers get the chance to have that game winner. I'm really happy for you to do that. I think that's a lifetime memory. I don't think you're gonna lose that one.
Yeah, definitely not.
It was the first time in like 19 years that they beat him in any capacity as
Is
well.
it really?
There was some added, background noise involved with all that too to get 19 teams of relief off the
Right.
back.
Right. And I assume now, was that at home or is that away?
It was at home. It was during homecoming, so
So
like, even more people were there.
the only thing you
I
could
think
have
the comp said 5,000 or 6,000 or
I was
something.
going to say that's got to be a completely standing room only crowd.
Yeah.
Everybody's in red and white, so you can't go there.
Yeah, you can't really draw it up much better than it happens. So.
Did you get the chance to be homecoming king at least?
Yeah, I
Guess I'll
mean,
go for the trifecta.
everyone, like, when I went to school the next week, everyone was like so happy. Like people were like coming up to me and like hugging me because they're so happy that like we finally beat Kimberly.
Right.
It was just something else.
Good for you. Hey, tell me this. So, you came to one of my camps last year.
Yeah.
Before you came to camp, why did you come to camp?
I felt like I just could use a few extra tips. Like I was doing a pretty solid job. I just feel like I wasn't at like my full potential yet, and I could just unlock a few more things. And you kind of showed like that, like I can use my arm more. That will help with my swing and stuff, and that really kind of helped me out the rest of the season.
I was going to say, once you got to camp, and obviously it's only a half-day camp, and I try to pack a lot in there. But I kind of tell you guys that you're just looking for a couple of golden nuggets, if you will, that you could take back with you when you either while you're in camp or when you got out of camp and came back home to practice. Were there any special, just little tidbits that helped you?
Yeah, it was with my arms. Like I wasn't moving my arm when I was kicking. I just kind of let them sit by my side, and then you showed me that I can do that, or like I think you sent back the videotape and show that I can do that, and that actually really helped my kicking.
Yeah, you got more levers there, and you got a big frame.
Yeah,
and get you more distance, and frankly, the better contact that you make at the time, the more confident you become about all the rest of the kicks. How did your kickoffs and that kind of stuff go during the season?
my kickoffs went pretty good. We wanted to get it to like the numbers and try to pin them in, so I would kick it to probably like the 10, almost pretty
Were you
consistent.
trying to kick directionally?
Oh yeah, we
You put it
usually
to a certain number or keep it away from so and so?
yeah we either wanted to just pin it right, like literally on the, like he wanted it like on like the 10 and in, which we can go down there and tackle him then. And
Sure.
I think we got a lot of inside the 20s because of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And Ryan, when you brought him there to camp, um, did you know anything about kickers camps or any of that kind of stuff?
I know a little bit. I actually played in college and high school, and actually was a walk on the '99 2000 Badger team. So
No kidding.
yeah, so we did a lot of kicking. He did a lot during COVID by himself, but during off seasons we did a couple times one-on-ones. But
Yeah, perfect. Can you still boot?
I guess define boots. I mean, I can get it off my foot, not like him anymore. But if there's a 33-yarder for the win like that one, I could probably.
You think you can nail it? That'd be great.
I think John Mino would have just as good a call as he did for him.
Well, you might appreciate it that. So I'll put the call out to you. I don't know if you guys joined up or not, but I've been doing this online kicking school. If you don't, I'll send you a link to it. I've gotten a number of kids from across the country, actually a little bit from across the world, that are. I'm just trying to teach online and to be able to get to kids that, I'm not running a camp in Ohio or in Florida or whatever. And but part of the instructions on it, I'm doing these videos, and a full year ago, I had hip replacement surgery on my kicking leg. And so when I came to camp there, I don't think I kicked any, or if I did, it was very infrequent at the camp, because it's like I wasn't sure if my leg was going to go sailing through the goalpost or something. But since that time, I started kicking a little bit again, and I kind of felt like, it's like I got all the mental mechanics of, like you going to Wisconsin and having success, or Jack and having the success that you had, but all of a sudden my leg is not my leg anymore, and I'm old and slow and no flexibility. And so in a way, it was kind of like I'm a sophomore high school guy trying to make the JV, but with the knowledge of a guy that had gone pro. It's like, well, what's this going to take? So now I'm on my quest to see if I can get back to 50 yards again with an old slow leg, So we'll see how that goes. Right now I got to 35 and I made that, but I went to 40 and it was like, nope, it's too much. So
Probably about where I'm at. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that goes. But if I can find the secret, I'm going to share it. But hey, I'm just wondering if there's anything else that you're doing me a favor here. One, I like to share what you know in high school, and because you've already accomplished what most of the kids who come to my camps want to do. They want to be you. As much as we all as kids wanted to be NFL pro or go to Wisconsin and kick there, I think most people realize how challenging that is to win that job. And as I understand, you're not going to kick at lacrosse, or are you still contemplating that?
Yeah, for now, I guess we'll see how it. The guy said I can come in next spring and
Okay.
try out if I want.
Okay.
We'll kind of see where I am then, and then
Well, I've got one of the lacrosse kickers who was one of my campers, who's going to be a counselor at West Bend this year. His name is Maddox Pratt. And so
he's graduated though, Mike. He's already passed, or is he still?
I think he's still there. And he kicked at Hartford High School a few years ago.
Oh.
But anyway, and I'm not sure if he's starting or if he's trying to earn his spot as well. And that's the neat thing on, we've got the best D3 conference in the country. And so the competition is pretty fierce at all levels in doing that kind of stuff. But, for these high school kids, I've got, middle school kids and high school kids, and they would love nothing more than to have that game winner against their big rival this fall, right? Tell me just a little bit more on your own story of how did you get to become, quote unquote, just the kicker at Neenah? Did you play soccer? Did you do any of that stuff? Were you self-taught?
So I guess my kind of like freshman, sophomore, junior year, I was like the kicker on JV. And I mean, we had a kicker, or we didn't really have a kicker at Neenah. We kind of brought a kid who played soccer in,
Yep.
and he kind of kicked when I was like a sophomore, junior. And then I was playing other positions. I played like safety, linebacker, and I kind of just focused, like, I knew we were losing the kicker for the next year, and I knew I was kind of the next guy up. And I just figured I could probably help out my team a lot more if I just focused on only
So
kicking.
you just decided to focus on the kicking part. And that was as a junior or as a senior?
As a senior. As a junior, I was on JV. I kicked still.
Yep.
I definitely focusing more time on kicking improved my ability a lot more than I used to. Yeah.
Now, how tall are you?
I'm 6'4" right now.
When
I think I was like 6'2"
at camp. You're tall, and
Yeah.
have you always been the tall kid, or did you have a big growth spurt?
I've kind of always been a little taller, but I haven't been like as tall as I am now. Like I kind of had a growth spurt like these
Okay.
last few years.
Well, they may want you back out at in the field as a position player at 6'4". You're that the basketball team might be calling. So be ready. Be ready. Hey, I will let you go, but I appreciate it. The last thing I guess I'd ask of you both is if there are any kind words that you have for me or my camp, or frankly, to tell some other kid, I guess the question is, should they go to Mike Farley's kickers camp? Do you have an answer for that aside from just yes?
I would say it definitely I kind of already knew like what I was good at and stuff, and then I just need like an extra thing, like you said, the golden nugget is that my arm wasn't swinging, and you helped point that out, and it really like improved my game a lot more than I would have realized, because I think that added probably an extra 5 yards to like my distance for sure.
And Ryan, at camp,
Well, I was gonna say, I think he went to camp. Was it like Chicago? Was it
Yeah.
And there was probably a few extra kids there. And he likes the more one-on-one, like anybody in this situation would have more like one-on-one. So I think the size of this specific camp probably fit the mold. And I can't recall what the other camps did, but
Yeah,
as far as a follow-up with the video, like he said, we ran through that multiple times just to make sure that the execution of all the proper techniques was being, focused on.
great.
So
Great. No, I appreciate it. I mean, and that's been my intent, is I didn't want to put any more than 20 kids out on the field at a time. It's, I try to pack in as much as I can. I'm glad that you got something out of it. And I am super pleased that that you got the big win and that memory. That's a good one. So I'll leave it there. But thanks, guys. And if you're still kicking, or if you're interested, you're not too far away. And so I'm down in Cedarburg, and I'd love to come up and see you. And frankly, I'll be up in. I'll put this out to you right now. Do you want to be a counselor at a camp this summer? I've got a camp in Appleton on June the 14th. I don't know if you're playing lacrosse on that day.
Well,
That's a Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So if we make it to state for lacrosse, I'll be at state. Otherwise,
go to lacrosse.
yeah. Otherwise, I'll let you know. I'll do that.
Do that because, like I said, it's like I've made hay with. I forget who our counselors were when you were there. I think Logan from Concordia was there, and maybe somebody else. But like I said, having another set of eyes and somebody who is closer to the high school kids, and even though you're, just graduated from high school, you've already accomplished, what they hope to accomplish. So if there are things that you can do and you can see, I want you to put your 2 cents in. So let's just stay in touch, and we'll see how that goes. And if that works out, then great. Or if you want to compete against the lacrosse kicker, maybe I have you come down to West Bend and you guys can fight it out right there. So you might want to get your golden shoes on.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, Jack. Ryan, thank you so much.
Thanks for the invite.
All right.
Have a good weekend. Thanks.
See ya.